All right, for this first time watch, I checked out the movie Woman of the Hour, which is a Netflix original movie that came out last year. It is the first directed movie by Anna Kendrick. She's also the main star of the movie, along with Daniel Zavato. This is based on a real life incident where a gentleman between the years of 1968 and 1979 murdered and raped many women. Only 8 were actually recorded, but police and others seem to think that there could be upwards of 130 cases of where he actually murdered that many women. And it is pretty shocking, to say the least. The big crux of the movie we watch as Anna Kendrick's character goes on the show The Dating Game, which was an older TV show where you had a woman go up. She would have 3 bachelors. She would ask them questions and try to figure out which one she liked the most to go out on a date with. One of the bachelors ends up actually being the serial killer that we're following throughout the movie as well. So it's an interesting look not only into the mind of a serial killer, because this movie actually focuses a lot on that character as well as Anna Kendrick's character. So you kind of get the movie does jump around a little bit, which is probably its biggest downside, is it's going from here, it's going from there, and you know, it doesn't really have like something that it's really focusing its attention on. You could say that the movie's main character actually is the serial killer, but then it continually goes back to Anna Kendrick's character, so it's just a lot of back and forth that at times feels a little unnecessary, but I think the movie still works more than it doesn't. Great first directed movie by Anna Kendrick. I am actually very interested to see where she goes from here as far as directing movies. She gives a great performance, as she typically does, as always. Daniel Zavato, though, is a guy who I've seen in a few things here and there. He's always been, you know, mostly like a side character. This is kind of one of the first times I'm getting to see him really put a lot into a character and essentially be a main character. And he does a great job in this movie. Definitely an overlooked performance from last year for sure. But if this movie would have had a little bit more meat to it, I think it would have worked just a tad bit better. But overall, I still think it's pretty solid. I think it's something you definitely should check out if you haven't. Add it to your Netflix watch list. Give it a shot. Let me know what you thought about it, because I think it's a pretty solid movie from last year.